Good morning, everyone. My name is Kyla Bukel Bautista from 12 Gas, and I am the reporter for today. For today's topic, we are going to discuss about stylistic literary devices. So, in this module, we will be able to identify and analyze what are those literary devices and techniques present in a particular literary piece. It is very important for us and readers to identify and analyze each of them, particularly its function or role present in a text for deeper understanding and as well as appreciation to the beauty of a certain literature. For us to able to understand a literary piece, it is necessary that we know what different literary devices are so that we can eliminate confusion and struggle in understanding in text in depth. In the previous module, we learned how to take note of literary meaning from the literal language based on usage. It makes it easier for us to analyze the word used by the writer in his literary piece. Knowledge on the figurative language can also help us to understand the essential representation of an idea or to fully recognize a literary lesson. In this time, we will be learning more about this figurative language through figure of speech and other literary techniques and devices in the text. Figurative language, figures of speech, and literary device are almost the same. These are forms of expression used to convey meaning. Why do literary device or figurative language or figure of speech are important? Writers use literary device in expressing ideas. To enhance the writing skill, use literary devices. Literary devices highlight important concepts in a text, strengthen the narrative, and help the readers connect to the characters and the theme. This device serves as a wider range of purposes in literature. So now we are going to discuss about different types of literary devices and their meaning, most of which us will learn often from across in both prose and poetry. The first figure of speech or literary device that we are going to discuss for today is simile. Simile in which object, idea, character, or action is compared to one another thing using the word as or like. The example of simile is, she is as vicious as lion. The second type of figure of speech or literary devices that we are going to discuss is metaphor. When we say metaphor, it is when ideas, action, or object are described in non-literal term is metaphor. Example of metaphor is, what light through yonder window breaks? It is east and Juliet is the sun. That is the example of metaphor.
Personification is when an unhuman figure or other abstract concept or element is described as having human-like qualities or characteristics. Example, the wind moaned, beckoning me to come outside.
Hyperbole is an exaggerated statement that's not meant to be taken literally by the reader. Example, I'm so hungry, I could eat a horse.
Another example that we have is irony. When we say irony, it means is when a statement is used to express an opposite meaning that one literally expressed by it.
6. Allusion is when an author makes an indirect reference to a figure, place, event, or idea originating from outside the text. Example, stop acting so smart. It's not like you're Einstein or something.
Juxtaposition is the comparing and contrasting of two or more different ideas, characters, and objects.
Euphemism is when a more mild or indirect word or expression is used in place or another word or phrase that is considered harsh, blunt, vulgar, or unpleasant. Example, I'm so sorry, but he didn't make it, is a more polite and less blunt way of saying that someone has died.
Our number 9 example is oxymoron. It is a combination of two words that together express a condictionary meaning. An example of oxymoron is deafening silence, organized chaos, or cruelly kid.
Epigraph is when an author inserts a famous quotation, poem, songs, or other short passage or text at the beginning of the large text.
11. Alliteration is the series of words or phrase that all start with the same sound. Example, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper.
Our last but not the least example is symbolism. Symbolism refers to the use of an object, figure, event, situation, or another idea in written work to represent something else. Example of symbolism is in Father Scott Fingerland's 1925 novel, The Great Gatsby. The green light that sights across the Gatsby mansion symbolized Gatsby's hope and dreams. And that would be the end of our report for today. I hope you learned something and you have fun. Again, I am Kyla Bucal Bautista, your reporter for today.